What if the person you love is actually the one tearing you apart? Every day you feel more drained, more invisible, like your worth is constantly being chipped away. You tell yourself it's normal, that it's just a rough patch, but deep down you know something's not right. What if the toxic relationship you've been tolerating is silently destroying you? These 5 signs might be all you need to finally see the truth and take back control of your life. You deserve better, and I'm about to show you how to escape before it's too late. Toxic relationships are often subtle at first. They can start with small moments, little things that don't seem significant at the time. Perhaps it's a throwaway comment or a sudden change in their behavior that doesn't quite feel right. You might justify it, convince yourself that it's just a temporary phase or an issue that will pass. But here's the thing, these small things start to build up. The comments, the manipulation, the dismissiveness. It piles on until you find yourself in a relationship that is quietly poisoning you, slowly eating away at your happiness, your confidence, and your peace of mind. You might notice that you're being criticized constantly, even when you try your hardest. This isn't the kind of feedback that helps you grow. It's the kind that makes you feel small, inferior, and unworthy. Over time, the constant criticism starts to chip away at your sense of self-worth. You begin to second-guess your decisions and start questioning your own abilities. What once felt like a supportive relationship now feels like a never-ending battle to meet someone's impossible expectations. Emotional manipulation is another red flag. Gaslighting, guilt-tripping, and controlling behaviors are classic signs of toxicity. Your partner may twist your words, making you feel like you've said or done something wrong when you haven't. They might make you doubt your own perceptions, turning reality into a confusing mess where you're never sure what's true anymore. And the worst part? They'll make you feel guilty for wanting something as simple as respect and emotional support. You'll find yourself apologizing for things you didn't even do, all because they've managed to convince you that you're the problem. As the relationship continues, you'll also notice that your social circle starts to shrink. At first, it may seem harmless. Your partner just wants to spend more time with you. But the truth is, they're isolating you. They're pulling you away from friends, family, and anyone who might offer you a different perspective or support. The fewer people you have in your life, the more control they have over you. They may subtly suggest that your friends or family don't understand you, creating a wedge between you and those who care about you most. This isolation leaves you vulnerable and dependent on them for your emotional well-being. Perhaps the most painful sign of all is the lack of empathy. In a healthy relationship, partners support each other through thick and thin, emotionally lifting each other up in times of need. But in a toxic relationship, this support is non-existent. Your feelings are dismissed or belittled. Your struggles are minimized. You're left feeling emotionally drained, like your needs don't matter. The person who is supposed to love and care for you is the very one causing you pain. This emotional neglect can make you feel invisible, unimportant, and unworthy of the love and care that you so deeply deserve. Finally, there's the constant drama and conflict. Every conversation seems to turn into a battle. Even the simplest of disagreements escalate into huge arguments. There's no resolution, just endless fighting. The tension becomes unbearable. You're walking on eggshells, afraid to speak your mind or express your emotions because you never know how they'll react. The fighting never ends, and the emotional exhaustion from constantly being in a state of conflict leaves you feeling defeated and lost. The toll of a toxic relationship isn't just emotional, it's physical too. Being in a relationship that constantly drains you can leave you feeling completely exhausted. The emotional strain of dealing with criticism, manipulation, and conflict can take a huge toll on your energy levels. You might find yourself feeling tired all the time, even after a full night's sleep. Your body is constantly in fight or flight mode, reacting to the stress and anxiety that comes with the relationship. Physically, you may notice a range of symptoms: headaches, stomach issues, trouble sleeping, or a weakened immune system. Chronic stress, caused by the constant emotional turmoil of a toxic relationship, can manifest in all sorts of ways. You might feel sick more often, have difficulty relaxing, or find yourself unable to focus because your mind is always preoccupied with the drama and conflict in your relationship. Emotionally, you'll feel drained. The weight of constantly trying to please your partner, avoid conflict, or make things work can leave you feeling empty. The more you try to fix things, the more you feel like you're drowning. It's as if you're giving everything you have, but it's never enough. You're stuck in a cycle of trying to make things better, only to be met with more emotional abuse and disappointment. This ongoing strain can lead to feelings of hopelessness, anxiety, and even depression. The worst part is that you might not even realize just how much it's affecting you until you take a step back. You might be so used to living in this constant state of chaos and emotional pain that you don't even recognize how much it's taking from you. But make no mistake, the toll is real, and it's happening every single day. Leaving a toxic relationship is never easy. It's not as simple as just walking away. It takes strength, courage, and a willingness to put your own well-being first. The first step is acknowledging that you deserve better. You don't deserve to be constantly criticized, manipulated, isolated, or emotionally drained. You deserve a relationship where love, respect, and support are given freely. Once you recognize that you're worth more than the toxicity, you can start to take steps toward freeing yourself. Setting boundaries is crucial. It's important to define what's acceptable and what's not, both for yourself and your partner. If your partner continues to cross these boundaries, it's time to make a hard choice: stay and suffer, or leave and protect your mental and emotional health. It's not easy, but staying in a toxic relationship is far more damaging in the long run. Another key step is seeking help. Whether it's talking to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist, reaching out to others can give you the strength and perspective you need to make a change. You don't have to do it alone. It's important to surround yourself with people who believe in you and support your decision to leave. You'll also need to stop making excuses for your partner's behavior. Toxic relationships thrive on enabling. It's easy to say they didn't mean it or they're just going through a tough time. But the truth is, their behavior isn't acceptable, no matter what they're going through. You can't change them. They have to want to change. Your responsibility is to protect yourself and your happiness. Once you've left the toxic relationship, the real work begins. Healing from the damage caused by manipulation, criticism, and emotional neglect takes time. It's okay to feel hurt, confused, and lost. But remember that this is a process, and you will get through it. During the healing process, self-care is essential. Take time for yourself, rediscover your passions, and focus on what brings you joy. Fill your life with positive influences, people who lift you up, activities that make you feel alive, and moments that bring you peace. Give yourself the grace to heal at your own pace. One of the most important things you can do is rebuild your confidence. A toxic relationship can strip away your sense of self-worth, leaving you questioning who you are. But remember, you are not defined by the relationship you were in. You are strong, resilient, and deserving of love. Don't rush the healing process. Take your time and be gentle with yourself. You deserve a life filled with love, respect, and peace. Toxic relationships might try to convince you otherwise, making you feel small or unworthy. But the truth is, you are worthy of so much more. You deserve a life where you're valued, supported, and free to thrive. By recognizing the signs of toxicity and taking the necessary steps to break free, you can reclaim your happiness, regain your sense of self, and start living the life you truly deserve. It may be difficult, and there will be challenges ahead. But remember, you are not alone, and you have the strength within you to overcome anything standing in your way. Take that first step, trust yourself, and don't look back. You've got this, and you are stronger than you realize. You are worthy of peace, and the future you dream of is within your reach.